haven't done a video for a little while. I haven't done anything since I got back from the ESPKU event in Germany, which was amazing. If you haven't seen my video from the ESPKU event in Germany, click here. Today though, I thought, right, let's get back on some food because that's what we're all here for. So I'm going to attempt to make a low protein microwave steam sponge pudding. I've made these before, but when I've done them before, I've used the Fate recipe from Eileen Green's Fate Special Recipes book, which you can see here. If you haven't got one of these, get yourself a copy. I'll post a link in the description below to where you can get that book. Also, subscribe to Eileen's Fate's YouTube channel, and there's loads of video recipes on there for all kinds of stuff, which is fantastic. Again, I'll put a link in the description to that because that's really good. That recipe is brilliant. It works every time. I don't have all the ingredients for that recipe, so I'm going to do it differently. I'm essentially going to try and do the normal recipe, but I'm going to try and use low protein ingredients in the place of normal ingredients. I've never done this before, so I've got no idea how it's going to turn out. This might be a complete disaster, in which case feel free to laugh your heads off. But we'll see what happens. Okay, so I have my ingredients all here. We have butter, sugar, Fate mix instead of flour, egg replacer, baking powder, vanilla extract, secret ingredient, golden syrup, and cake release spray. Let's help get it out of the bowl afterwards. Now, the normal recipe calls for 100 grams of butter, 100 grams of sugar, and 100 grams of flour. Okay, so my butter and my sugar is all mixed together nicely. There we go, lovely. Right, now what I realise I've done is I've mixed this up in my nice mixing bowl. Now, unfortunately, my nice mixing bowl is also the only mixing bowl I've got that goes in the microwave. So I'm going to have to transfer this into there and then put the golden syrup in and then transfer that back into there. So by the magic of television, there we go. Now, it's always a good idea to grease the inside of your bowl to help the sponge come out when it comes out of the microwave. I happen to have, though, some cake release spray which you can get in supermarkets and good baking shops. I'm going to try some of that. I think with this stuff, less is more. Now, my favourite bits. Once you've got golden syrup in your bowl, cake mix on top of the golden syrup, back in the bowl. Now, I've used golden syrup, but you could use jam or something else, maybe some sort of permissible chocolate spread in there instead. It's worth noting that if this does successfully work, actually you could sub out some of the Fate mix for a bit of cocoa powder. Obviously it'd have to be a measured exchange, but you could make a chocolate one as well. The recipe would work the same. So I'm going to put the cake mix back into the bowl. Now, because of the amount of mix I've got in here and the fact that this is quite a wide bowl, I might end up, I suspect, with quite a wide flat shaped sponge at the end of this, but that really doesn't matter. Now, conventional wisdom on the standard recipe says that This wants about 5 minutes in the microwave, so that's exactly what I'm going to give it. Okay, so there is a picture of what I was aiming for. Did I succeed? Nope, complete and utter failure. So the answer to the question, can you take a standard microwave sponge pudding recipe and just simply sub in low protein ingredients, is no, you can't. But there we go, never mind. It's always good to try these things. Until next time. Hey guys, I'm just editing this footage together for this failure of a dessert, and I just thought I'd jump in at the end and say I really wanted to at one point bin this whole thing off and not put it up and just pretend it never happened, but it did happen, and the only way you actually get any better at doing this stuff is by making mistakes and learning from them. At least I know now that recipe doesn't work, but I wasn't afraid to give it a go, and it's so true for all different kinds of things in life in general, but you know, particularly PKU food, trying new things. Sometimes you just have to give it a go and see what happens, and if it doesn't work, who cares? It doesn't work. It's not the end of the world. But yeah, I'll come back to you another time with another go at that same recipe, but this time I'll actually use the recipe and the right ingredients, and hopefully it'll come out okay. Night.